Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from M.O.C Consultancy SDN.BHD, and today we will be presenting on the environmental impact assessment of our project, which is cadangan pembangunan perniagaan dan membina sebuah kompleks sukan 3 tingkat di Seksyen U15 Shah Alam, Mukim Bukit Raja, Daerah Petaling, Selangor. The objective of doing EIA report is actually to evaluating and communicating the potential environment effect of the project according to the Section 34A of Environmental Quality Act 1974. Our proposed project is a 3-story sport facility and business development building. The objective of our project is to improve the community physical fitness and health while also making it more convenient for them. The second one is to develop sporting talent, pleasant, safe, and enjoyable environment. And the third one is to give the community a high quality experience. As for the objective of the EIA report is actually, the first one is to describe the proposed project activity prerequisite for implementing project development. The second one is to identify the potential negative or positive impact of the project on current and also the future resource activity and also for the land use. And the third one is to estimate the possible impact for to the flora, fauna, and also the environment. And the fourth one is to propose a mitigation action to reduce the environmental impact. And lastly, to develop and execute effective environmental monitoring measure for the proposed project.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Izzuddin bin Rahman. So, I will present to you about Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. So, for Chapter 2, it is for project description. So, our project location is at Lot PT470 and Lot PT471 in Section U15 Shah Alam, Mukim Bukit Raja, Daerah Petaling, Selangor. So the region is at Shah Alam, the section is in Section U15, and then for our local authority is Shah Alam City Council. So you can see at this slide, which is this is our site, and then moving on. This is our project plan layout. As you can see, the highlighted area, which is in red color, this is our purpose site. So moving on, for our project, we have listed for ground level, first floor level, and second floor level, and roof level, which is every floor have their own component in our project. So for the significant pre and post-construction tasks, we want to mitigate vibration, dust emission, and noise pollution. So for the undesirable soil and trees, we will be demolish it by phase as per the plan. For the source of water, we estimate about 100 workers will use 30 meter cube per day. And then for the needed of construction, we estimate about 30 meter cube per day. So the total for the development area will use around 40 meter cube per day for the water. So for the air quality management, we managed to install a solid barrier around the whole site. And then for the solid waste management, the construction company and their subcontractor need to be apprised of the waste management. So the solid waste management is being controlled. So for the drainage management, to control the disposal of water, a storage tank is placed on top of the building and is empty into the rainwater harvesting system as it flows down the gutter. So now we moving on to the chapter 3, which is description of the existing environment for the area of study. As you know, the Shah Alam is in the urban location. So we have to know the characteristic of geology and the soil. So for the geology, soil clay is a naturally occurring element at the site of the planned project. Is often acidic, poorly drained, and retains water. For soil, soil is heavily compacted and made up of 25% clay that has a lot of nutrient and can retain a lot of water. So the potential for erosion occur. The slope profile indicate the project site is located on a gradient from very flat to the quite hilly. Landslide likely to happen in flatland because they are broader than on terrain land. So for the land use, the surrounding region is, we know Shah Alam, mostly residential and dominated by economic business due to its metropolitan position. That's all for the chapter 2 and chapter 3.
For chapter 4, it is about the assessment of the anticipated environment impacts. So in assessment of the anticipated environment impacts, there are 7 negative impacts. The first one is air quality, then soil erosion and water logging, extraction and uses of building materials, noise pollution, solid waste generation, increased usage of energy and traffic disruption, workers and public safety. So for air quality, the building phase, small particles and waste gas will be released into the air around the construction site. So this will cause breathing problems, asthma, coughing, and worsening of current heart and lung disease. For soil erosion and waterlogging, land will be cleared, excavated, and other construction activities will occur. The soil will be exposed to agents that cause erosion, resulting in soil or land degradation, which will have a negative impact on the environment and cause waterlogging. For extraction and uses of building material, the location from which the material will be extracted may be significantly altered in a variety of ways, which includes the changes to the landscape, the relocation of animals and vegetation, a reduction in visual quality, and the formation of depressions on the surface. So for noise pollution, the most often reported negative impacts for greater noise levels include the interruption in oral communication, hearing losses, emotions of fears, and also difficulty in sleeping. One of the possible negative impacts of vibration is that the existing structure are prone to fracture. For solid waste generation, inappropriate disposal of this waste may have a detrimental impact on the neighborhood. So, since the improper rubbish disposal may have detrimental environmental implications. For the increased usage of energy and traffic disruption, water will be used mostly for concrete manufacture, wetting surface, and cleaning completed construction. So consuming too much power will strain the resource and have a negative impact on the sustainability, since energy production need the usage of natural resource. And finally, workers and public safety. Hazards may harm both the general public and the construction personnel who are working on the site. So consuming too much power will strain the resource and have a negative impact on their sustainability, since the energy production needs the usage of natural resource. Okay, so the positive impact of the assessment of anticipated environment impacts, there are 2 points here. The first one is job opportunities. The projected project's construction is expected to provide work possibilities for a lot of people. So this can be directly or indirectly. And the second point would be increase in building material demands in market. The planned project would need the procurement of considerable quantities of building materials, the bulk of which would be obtained locally in the areas immediately around the construction site.
EIA report. We are proposing some mitigation measures. So the proposed mitigation measures are soil conservation to minimize runoff velocity and improve stormwater penetration. Compacted areas of the project site will be leveled and removed. Sediment control measures might include sediment pond. This approach includes slowing the flow of water so that silt settle at the bottom of the pond rather than being transported by it. Next, solid waste management. Waste material generated during construction activities such as construction and demolition materials, chemical waste, and general worker refuse be audited on a regular basis to ensure that they are being managed in accordance with the site waste management plan and approved procedure. Waste will be classified into categories such as inert component of C&D materials, which is public field and may be reused on-site with only excess materials needing off-site disposal. Other than that, to measure and minimize the ecological impact. To avoid water pollution, operations near natural streams must be done carefully. The Malaysian Department of Safety and Health recommends a maximum sound level of 90 decibels in the workspace. Next, the measure to maintain water quality. Regular inspection of the hydro break, gullies, and fuel interceptors are necessary to verify that the site is not contaminated or has an excessive amount of water runoff. On-site diesel or oil fuel should be kept in approved containers inside defined zones. Lastly, stormwater drainage. Constantly monitoring water use will assist to avoid leaks and waste. Stormwater management should adhere to the SPAN standard. Measures to address the increase of dust, traffic, and noise and vibrant are traffic control, dust control, and noise and vibrant control. These are the proposed mitigation for the increase of dust, traffic, noise, and vibrant. For dust control, regular monitoring of dust deposition levels will be carried out to assess the possible impact of construction activities on local ambient air quality. For traffic control, one factor is to consider how the roads are designed to handle the different kinds of transportation in use. Next, noise and vibrant control. Employees who use machines with noise level more than 80 decibels for more than 8 hours must wear earmuffs. Earplugs are advised for workers in environments with noise levels ranging from 70 to 80 decibels. Lastly, for safety issues, we provide supervision, proper signage, and comply with all occupational health and safety regulation. Also, encourage the use of personal protective equipment, PPE.
On Chapter 6, I will be explaining about the Environment Management Plan, which also known as EMP. So what is EMP? EMP is a kind of institutional organization that allows for the management of environmental consequences. The aims of an EMP are to ensure that the planned project follows all regulations and specifications provided by regional authorities and government organizations. They also to determine the project's action that may be related with any environmental concerns or hazards. And the last one is to determine which policies and methods should be employed for the project's mitigations. So there are two
phase in EIP. The first one is construction phase, where each phase has a distinct set of challenges that vary according to the project size and scope to achieve the environmental management plan. The second one is post-construction phase. It is essential to ensure that all control facilities have been installed in accordance with the construction plans and specifications. And site cleanup is essential for ensuring that the environment is clean when development is completed. There are also a monitoring program where a set of processes that are designed are used to perform regular measurements of certain environmental variables. The first one is a plan preparation stage, where it is to conduct a site inspections to be used to assess the current state of the site, the terrain, and any previous operations that may have occurred in the vicinity. And the second one is pre-construction phase. During this phase, the architect, design engineer, and contractor present the details of the design drawing. The plan includes the design requirements, specifications, and other essential documentations. That's all from us. Thank you.